This area is also not directly a part of Victoria, and it's kind of in between a few different locations, but it's generally in the Saanich-Ton area, and actually fairly close to Brentwood Bay. So today is a snow day, which is a very rare occasion for us. And the temperatures right now are between -1 and -2. So I wanted to take the opportunity to show you a real landmark place. And I am not sure that I want to tell you exactly where it is. There's a few clues in the video, so you might be able to figure it out for yourself. But it's a church and it's a graveyard, as you can see. And so, you know, it should be treated with respect that it's due. And it is quite unique, I think, and quite beautiful. Dogs must be on a leash, and it's locked so that wildlife like deer, which we have plenty of in this area, can't get in and eat the flowers and the various plants. Now, this is one of my favorite places to come for photography. It's not too often I've actually filmed it, but today I hope I can give you a good look so you can also appreciate the beauty of it. It's very old, and the graveyard, if you wander around and look at the headstones, you can see some of the dates dating way back into the 1800s and the early 1900s, when this area was first being settled by Caucasian people. Excuse me. It is an area that is, some of it is seeded and some of it is unseeded, belonging to the natives that originally settled here. So, yeah, it's very rare, very pretty. Only one other person has been here today other than me. You can see their tracks here. And it looks to me like they were visiting a grave, perhaps. There's a valley just off to the right. I hope you can see some of it here. I'll try and show you more of it later. But the main attraction for me is this church, which, as I said, is very pretty and unusual, and even the paint on it, the whiteness today really blends in, of course, with the snow. But I think the architecture is quite unique and lends it its own subtle kind of beauty. Now, isn't that just a picture-perfect shot of the church? So I hope you're enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying showing it to you. This is the grounds that we're on. You can see it's mainly a graveyard. There's some open space. And the trees in here, just huge and really gorgeous. Got a lot of old man's beard on them. Now, we're not in Bayou country. We're not down near the southern coast or anything, but we are in a semi-rainforest, and that's how all of this happened. It's very quiet here today. Of course, the snow muffles sound, but Victorians are unused to snowy, cold weather, and for the most part don't know how to drive in it. So a lot of people just stay home and take a day off. This is February, and typically in February we have flowers coming out, which is unusual to say the least for Canada. But Vancouver Island, where I'm based, has definitely the best weather in Canada. And what we're seeing today with all the snow and the cold, this is very unusual. Very pretty little church. And a beautiful area that it's situated in. Now, this is kind of off the beaten path. Even a lot of people that live around here don't really know where this church is or how to get here. And of course, that makes me even slightly more reluctant to give away its precise location. Coming around to the back of it. Now, I was here just the other day, and what you can see here, all covered by snow, was completely green. And there's some areas in the back, especially under this large old tree just ahead of us, where the flowers were actually in bloom. So I'm not sure if this snow and the cold will kill them all off or not, but they're usually pretty hardy. So hopefully they'll come back from it. Now, just around the base of the tree, you can see that it's built up with rocks, and that's where there were quite a few blossoms coming out. This is more of the valley. You can see an old-time hay rack just ahead of us. And off in the distance, I'm not sure how well the camera's picking it up, but there's mountains. We're ringed in by mountains. So let's continue the circuit. I'll take you all the way around, showing you the grounds, various growth, and various sides of the church. This is, of course, a free place to come. There's no charge here whatsoever. One time when I was here, I could hear people practicing inside, practicing playing music. It was a small band, female singer. And I know that they have services here, perhaps not on a regular basis, but occasionally at least. There's more old man beard, another very nice looking tree. So a very pretty place, and for a lot of our visitors here, we do have a lot of Americans coming up, and this is unusual country for them. For people that come here in winter from other parts of Canada, this is all very interesting to them because it's very different. It's nothing like this on the prairies, and as far as I know, Ontario and Quebec would also not have anything very similar to this. Now way off directly ahead of us, you can see the valley leading into a bay off the ocean and up into some mountains. And there again we have the front of the church. So we've made our circuit. There's the way out, and I think I'll just stop filming at this point. Hope you enjoyed this short clip.